It's morphin' time! Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to another Sonic the Hedgehog review. And today we're taking a very special look at the Sonic the Hedgehog Collector's Edition Classic Sonic action figure. Now, this was something that went up for pre-order on Amazon a few months ago. I pre-ordered it myself, and it finally is here. It released, even if 30th anniversary of Sonic, I think technically started last year. This bad boy is finally out, and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. So this is a collector's edition figure. It is not part of the basic 4-inch action figure line, the 2.5-inch line that Jakks normally does. But this does have a 14 plus on the box, is a 30th anniversary edition, and is got the nicest packaging we have seen so far. As you can see here, Sonic does come with a lot of different accessories with different expressions and all kinds of cool stuff here. On the back, you essentially get a rundown of everything included, all the articulation points. He's got a premium finish, and he comes with a really cool display base. But the part about this box that I love the most is it's got an opening flap. And look at this. So this is based on the Studio Opus stage of Sonic Mania, hence why we have Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails in their more classic appearances. And Sonic himself is decked out in a very classic look. This is a similar sort of sculpt to the 4-inch classic Sonic that just released, and we'll be comparing to that down the road, even though I haven't reviewed that figure on its own yet. I'll get there. But you can see everything's nice and neat. It also looks like the base might be holding the accessories. I'm not entirely certain. I haven't opened this guy yet. But I wanted to show off this gorgeous box. If you're not a box opening kind of collector, this may be worth it for the mint and box experience. This is definitely one of the nicest packaging. And it's got a magnetic clasp, so it stays shut. It looks really nice. So, enough about the box. Let's look at this Sonic. Alright, so before we begin a look at Sonic, I want to kind of lay this all out and show everything it comes with. We've got a total of 3 eyes, 3 mouths, total of 6 hands, so a lot of possibilities here. And then this really cool stand, which it does not store the accessories in a tray. The Tomy Ultimate Sonic did that, but this one just has an open space. So if you want to like close up all the accessories under this and just set it on a shelf, totally fine, totally doable. But when you pick it up, everything's going to be underneath. So that's the only, I think, downside to that. But that being said, this is quite the range of accessories, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's take a look at things a lot closer, a lot more detailed, and dive into Sonic himself. Alright, so let's take a look at Sonic himself. Now this figure is very nice. I really appreciate the detail here, the extra depth to the character, and I gotta say, it's pretty nice. The problem with Sonic figures is the more articulate you get, the less the look exists. And with this one, you got kind of, very subdued hip joints. You can't even see the shoulder joints, and the elbow joints aren't too obtrusive. I really like the look of this. It kind of gives the collector feel of being more design accurate, which I really appreciate. And then also what I appreciate is the fact he can stand on his own. You can even have him kind of like perched up on one foot, no problem. We can do something crazier, without the actual included figure base stand. You can see he can get pretty good posing. And then on top of that, this guy is incredibly stable. If you just kind of drop him down, he's good to go. If you shake the table, he ain't going anywhere. I mean, he's going to slide, but that's it. Like, this guy is not falling over. This is one of the most stable action figures I have probably ever reviewed. I could never do this with any Hasbro figure. They'd fall over instantly. I can't do this with a figure art. They'd fall over. I have to basically lift the table to get them to fall over. So, in that case, fantastic on stability, especially with Sonic, who has this big honking head, usually causes him to tip over. So, Jakks, I gotta give you a lot of credit here. The fact I can just shake a table and Sonic's not going anywhere is impressive. This guy probably could survive an earthquake. I live in a desert. I don't have an earthquake. But if you had an earthquake scenario, he'd probably survive, which is pretty amazing. And then articulation-wise, he's also got some pretty good articulation. So we get the head, turns 360, straight swivel. Shoulders move out, they move forward, they move back. The elbows bend, they rotate. Ball-jointed wrist. and then hips that move out. They move and rotate as well, and then a ball joint at the ankle. Now, I have taken a look at a review of the Tomy Ultimate Sonic, because I know some people are going to be kind of hoping to see how it's different. I don't have that figure personally, but from what I did tell, it had knees, it had a waist joint, it had an extra neck joint so it could pivot, but the overall look looked a lot more jointy. The nice clean look of this, I think, is what gives it its biggest advantage. I also like how the color scheme is that lighter blue. It's not the darker blue of the more modern Sonic, so I'm glad that it kind of kept in line, which is also in line with the classic Jumbo Sonic plush, the classic normal plush, the 2.5-inch classic Sonic, and the 4-inch classic Sonic. So Jakks has got like the light blue for classic Sonic, dark blue for modern Sonic, which is awesome. The other thing I want to notice is that the head is actually got a lot of seam lines to it, as well as the blue parts of the body have this matte texture. You can sort of hear it. It's a weird little... I don't know if you can hear that, and if you can't, then that's going to be really funny in the video because you won't be able to hear anything, but I can hear like a matte rubbing sound. Anyways, it's got kind of a matte finish to it, so probably not for intense play, because that could flake away. The Tomy figure did the same thing, and the seam lines are almost exactly the same, which is really funny. And then the face has some swappable parts, and it actually works the same way as well, with the nose and mouth, and then the eyes popping out. So there is some nightmare fuel for everyone. Sweet dreams. But yeah, you can basically swap the eyes and swap the mouth out, which is pretty cool. And then also you can swap the hands, and these just, come on up ball joint. Pretty tight. I'd be careful because of the way the thinness of the arms is. I wouldn't just start yanking. Try to, wiggle a little bit, but for the most part, they come on and off pretty good. And because of that, you can get them into all kinds of different expressions and poses. So let's take a look at that. So with the pointing hand, you can get him in his classic title screen pose. Sonic running looks a little weird because you can't tilt the neck. Smirking Sonic, who just grabbed a ring. And by the way, the ring does not come out of the hand, it is all molded as one piece. Fine by me, less things to lose and less paint to worry about rubbing. Happy Sonic. Not so happy Sonic, which this face is right out of Sonic Mania Adventures. It's amazing. Mischievous Sonic. Sonic that's had a few too many chili dogs, if you know what I mean. Sonic who's had it up to here with you not playing the game for too long, and he promises he's going to leave if you don't touch the button. Sonic about to storm off the screen because the player stopped playing the game for more than 5 minutes. And finally, a Sonic that's happy you're watching this video, and he appreciates it. And so do I. Now let's take a look at the stand he comes with, which is based on Studiopolis Zone from Sonic Mania. What's really cool is it's got a lenticular finish to it. So as you can see, it's a couple different images interspliced together. This one's not as cool as the ones on the side here, which move pretty well. Nothing on the back. And then you got the other part of it, which is the backdrop, which looks super cool with the Club Spin sign, the eggnog, and the pink bot. It just looks amazing. It's got that nice lenticular effect. This just plugs on here pretty solidly. That's a pretty solid piece, and it just adds to the experience. Not just a base, but like the actual backdrop just gives it more of a diorama. If you want to take the top off and then just put the parts in there, totally an option. So as you can see here, there's 2 foot pegs. You don't have to put Sonic on both, but you totally can. So we'll take Sonic here. He's got these 2 pegs in his feet. So I just kind of feel around, line up where they might be. Kind of like to twist them on a little bit. It seems to secure them a little bit better. And then the other one, like that. So you got that going on. Like I said, you could use one. You could use both. You don't have to conform to using both all the time. But yeah, so you got them on there. Pretty cool diorama. Let's do the shake test again. Yeah, that's really going nowhere. Let's even lift the table. How far back does he have? Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. He's pretty solid on there. I think, yeah, if anything I can say about this figure, super, super solid. It's not going anywhere. But a question that might be on your minds is, how large is this figure? Let's find out. Since I want to do a lot of comparisons, we're going to have to do this at Sonic speed. So, rolling around at the speed of sound, we have Jakks Classic Sonic in the 4-inch line, which I will review someday. Jakks Modern Sonic Articulated version, which I did review. Jakks Classic and Modern 2.5-inch Sonics. Jakks Jumbo Sonic Plush. Nindoroid Modern Sonic. Tomy Boom Sonic. Jazzwares Classic Sonic. Jazzwares Modern Sonic. Jazzwares 6-inch Werehog. Jazzwares Super Articulated Shadow. Jazzwares 10-inch Metal Sonic. Sonic Hand Sanitizer. Sonic Mania Plus on Switch. My Nintendo Switch. Sonic IDW Comics. Sonic Amiibo. SH Figuarts Mario. Figma Samus. Quicksilver. Classics Flash. Modern and Flash, Stitch, Blue Beetle, the best video game movie ever made, and Bill and Ted. What? I wanted to make sure the video was as wholesome as possible. We need this positive energy in our lives. So that does it for this review. Honestly, Jakks Pacific Collector's Edition Sonic the Hedgehog action figure is incredible. I'm really impressed here. It seems like it kind of improves on a lot of what the Tomy Ultimate figure tried to do, and just feels higher quality without actually handling the Tomy figure. I'm just kind of looking at it, but this is the nicest Sonic figure I think I have, and that includes an Nendoroid. The thing likes to fall apart. This thing has less things to fall apart, which is great. I love the swappable faces, the extra hands, the display base is just super cool. I love that it's based on Sonic Mania, because Mania is just awesome. I love Mania. Yeah, and as somebody that grew up with one of his first video games being Sonic 3 and Knuckles on the PC of all things, this hits a special place in my heart. And that's when we come down to the only thing that I haven't talked about yet. Price. If this is something that you absolutely have fallen in love with over the course of the video, and this is something you want in your life, well, the retail price in the US is $49.99. I admit that when I pre-ordered this and I saw the price, I was like, well, I'm just going to go for it and hope it's good. And I can tell you it's really good. For me, absolutely worth the price. The size, the scaling, the detail, like there is not a single mispaint app on this thing. It's all nicely painted, nicely detailed. Jakks put everything into this. And I would totally buy more characters. Even just like Modern Sonic, I would buy more of these. This is fantastic. It's likely a one-off for the anniversary, but if there's more, I'd get them. I'd absolutely would. These are pretty incredible. So that does it for the review. If you liked what you saw and you can justify the $50 price, I'd say it's worth it. But that's also just me personally, so take everything as you will, form your own opinions based on what you saw here, viewing my opinions. And that's all I gotta say. I also say stay tuned for more Sonic reviews in the near future. I do have Wave 2, 3, and almost all of Wave 4 for the Jakks 4-inch line. I'm thinking of throwing Wave 2 and 3 together, just doing the 4 new figures, pushing that out in the very near future, probably the video after next even, and then hopefully getting Wave 4 once I can find a Super Shadow. So, you know, there's more Sonic stuff in the future for here, this channel. This is a franchise and property I love, so if you like Sonic stuff, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, check the playlist at the end of the video for links to my other Sonic reviews. There are some that go way back to the Jazzware days, and that was a fun time. But anyways, on that note, be sure to like, leave a comment, as I said, subscribe, hit the notification bell to keep up with future uploads. Also be sure to check out my awesome graphic designer on Twitter, DarkClaw643. And if you want to know more about the Tomy Ultimate figure, I'm going to link his review in the description. That's the one I used for reference. Very good review, very solid review of that really cool figure. So check that out. Also check out Hero Club at hero-club.com for all your news, interviews, reviews, and more in the world of geek culture. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.